I have the courage of Jomo. I have the understanding of Moi. I have the education of Kibaki. And I have the plan we shared with Uhuru Kenyatta. I have no excuse than to do everything that needs to be done in this nation.
Can the former President Uhuru Kenyatta influence the 2027 general election, or is he just a shadow of his former self? On a calm Friday afternoon, political Kenya was shaken. President William Ruto hosted his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta at Statehouse, a rare sight given their icy relationship since the 2022 elections. But what stirred even more discussion wasn't the handshake, it was what came after. The Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi didn't hold back. He publicly accused Kenyatta of betraying ODM and Raila Odinga during the last general elections.
And that is why I said, Professor, the truth is there are some people who cheated us. They were our friends and they were not. If truly you want to help us ascend to power, and 6 months to election, you award contracts worth of billions and billions in your region. Either you are not sure we were going to get that power, or you didn't believe in us. And that is what happened. I have checked.
He said he tricked us into believing that he would hand us the presidency, but he handed it over to Ruto right before our eyes. To many, these weren't just words. They were an open wound, a betrayal that shook ODM to its core. To understand this moment, we have to go back to 2018 when Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta shocked the nation with the famous handshake. What started as peace building after divisive elections morphed into a full-blown political marriage. ODM believed Uhuru would endorse Raila for president. But as the 2022 elections approached, things began to shift, and sadly at first. Then came the shocker. Kenyatta exited the scene quietly, handing power over to his deputy turned rival, William Ruto.
Most of these contracts were awarded 6 months to election, tying the next government with projects in your region. And you are leaving your friends with no allocations. These are things that we must speak out. And so, at Treasury, I am going to bring equity, redistribution. The next budget, and fortunately we have agreed first with the president.
It felt like a betrayal. After everything, he disappeared, ODM insiders said. Now the big question is, does Uhuru Kenyatta still matter in Kenyan politics? Mbadi doesn't think so. He says the former president's influence was overestimated, and that even when he held the full powers of State House, he failed to deliver the presidency to Raila. Mbadi said this, he couldn't do it when he had everything. How will he do it now that Ruto is in control? Mbadi is not alone in this sentiment. Mount Kenya leaders too have grown distant from Kenyatta, chanting their own path with Ruto. And Mbadi points to a pattern. Mount Kenya has never fully supported a Lake region presidential candidate. Not in 2007, not in 2013, and not in 2022. Why will 2027 be any different? While ODM is questioning Uhuru's relevance, President Ruto is playing chess. The State House meeting may have been more than just a courtesy call. It could be Ruto's way of neutralizing the threat before it re-emerges. By reeling in Uhuru with smiles and photos, Ruto could be softening his edge. If Kenyatta is seen as collaborating with the government, his grip on opposition movements like Azimio weakens. Is it a brilliant strategy or a political trap for Ruto? John Mbadi's statement was more than a rant. He urged ODM to move on from Uhuru, to stop clinging to broken promises and instead build a stronger alliance with Kenya Kwanza. Mbadi's bold claim said, even after the 2027, we are not planning to split with UDA. They have proven they can support us.
And we must make sure that ODM and UDA work together towards 2027. And friendship ya ukweli.
It is a shocking pivot and a warning shot to those hoping Uhuru will make a comeback. So what does all this say about Uhuru's legacy? He was once seen as the face of national unity, the man who extended the olive branch after fierce elections. But today, some see him as a reluctant retiree, others a fading kingmaker. His silence since handing over power has only fueled the speculations. No rallies, no presses, no public political movement. And now people have mixed messages about whether he wants to return at all. If Uhuru truly wants to help Raila win in 2027, he will need to regain his trust. But how can he do it? Many in ODM still feel burned. They believe Kenyatta's last-minute support in 2022 was too small, too late. His campaigning lacked the energy and aggression seen from Ruto's camp. Now Mbadi is urging ODM to stop waiting and to break from Uhuru's influence. Will Raila listen?
Must work together. And there is no two-way about it. There is no ambiguity. ODM and UDA must work together. And there is this talk that this government is not performing is distraction, is diversionary. I can prove that we have made serious milestones. First, our economy is improving. Indicators are there. People will not call for political rally at Uhuru Park to tell you that economy is improving. Economy is improving. Why? First, go and see the reports that are coming about the liquidity in the economy. Two, for the first time in so many years, the national government was able to transfer all the money allocated to counties, which did not happen.
Kenya's political landscape is shifting once again. As the country looks towards 2027, alliances are cracking, loyalties are being tested, and new strategies are emerging. Uhuru Kenyatta may still have friends in high places, but whether they trust him is a different story. Mbadi's statement isn't just a critique, it is a rallying cry, a signal that 2027 will not be a business as usual.
You cannot tell us that we cannot dialogue, that we cannot talk with Ruto. We cannot talk as Kenyans. What is the alternative? We cannot play politics of populism. We cannot play politics of theory. We have been playing politics of theory since independence. That is why we have got these things wrong. Where are you taking us? We cannot follow Kalonzo because we don't know where he's going.
And maybe, just maybe, it's the final chapter of Kenya's former president, or the beginning of a very unlikely comeback. Do you think Uhuru Kenyatta can still change the course of 2027, or has his political candle burned out?
Including the arrears of 2023-24, we transferred all the money to the counties. CDF allocation, including arrears that I found, 13 billion. We paid everything before 30th of June. Mheshimiwa Dege here knows. We have given all the money, it is with the board, and is transferring the money to the constituencies. If your MP is not bringing CDF to the ground, you see